Just a warning, this video has absolutely zero structure to it, and I legitimately ranted about this book. And when I rant, I usually go on tangents. I just kind of talk about what I feel like I need to talk about. Just so we all are on the same page, this isn't my normal regular book review. It's more like me talking about my feelings and expressing my opinions to you. Here we are. Enjoy my rant. Enjoy your time staying here. Buckle up, get some popcorn, whatever you want to do. Welcome to the Dune rant. Hey guys, my name is Miranda and welcome to my universe. Today I am going to be ranting about a book that I have spent the past 2 months of my existence reading, and that is Dune by Frank Herbert. And I highly dislike this book. It's not that it's like a terrible book in a way where it's offensive or there's not one thing that angered me about it. It was more that I am so severely disappointed. Can you already tell that this video is going to literally be everywhere? Basically like all of my videos, but you know, that's just how it be sometimes, okay? Anyways, Dune by Frank Herbert. If you do not know what this book is about, I don't know if I can help you because I honestly don't know what this book is about. All I have even begun to figure out, even while reading and have finished all of these 800 pages, all I know is that this book is about this planet called Dune, aka Arrakis. Arrakis is its actual name, but people call it Dune. It's super sandy, and this book follows around our main character, Paul, who is the chosen one. You know how that storyline usually goes. But basically, it's all about the fight for the government and over power over Dune, different things like that. It talks about the culture on Dune and the life on this planet, which is very harsh. There's something called the spice, which I thought was so freaking cool. That part of the book I really enjoyed. It's basically a drug, but it's in everything on Dune. It's in the sand, it's in the water, it's in the air. So technically, you kind of get addicted when you live on Dune. Just by breathing, you become addicted to the spice, and therefore, you can't really leave because it turns into this poison, kind of, that only kills you if you stop taking it. There are also giant sandworms who live on Dune, and they basically eat people and protect their spice, because the spice is harvested from Dune, and the worms basically protect the spice. So if the spice is harvested, the worms come and attack whoever harvested the spice. So the worms were pretty freaking cool. I also really liked that. Honestly, I finished this book because of the worms. Okay? You sandworms, I love you. Thank you for making this book worth it. You brought the excitement to this book and the fear, because who the heck is not terrified of the thought of giant worms in a desert? Anyways, overall, I am severely upset. Let's talk about why I'm severely upset, okay? The only reason I picked up this book and read it was because of the amount of people who told me I should read it. Literally, so many people in my life told me to read Dune, and I listened to them because there were a lot of them. I kind of took it as a sign that so many people were telling me to read Dune, so I figured, why not read Dune? I'm sorry to every single person who told me to read Dune, but I don't see what's so special. I gave this book 2 out of 5 stars. Okay, so I didn't give it 1 star because I can't give it 1 star because I have to acknowledge and I understand how impactful this book has been on the sci-fi genre. I honestly don't think that science fiction would be the same if it weren't for this book. This definitely has a lot of new themes and ideas that were first introduced into science fiction, and everybody else kind of became super inspired by this book. And I have to respect that, and I do respect that. And honestly, the writing was beautiful. The world building was beautiful. I absolutely adored learning about this planet. I thought it was super cool. Frank Herbert definitely knew what he was doing when he wrote this book. He knows how to create a world that will just suck you in and make you feel like you're there. Or maybe it's just because I live in Arizona and it feels like Dune. Desert? I know what that is. But it didn't get any higher than 2 stars because, like I said earlier, I touched on this very lightly, but I don't know where this story went, or if there even is a story. It follows the chosen one template of a person being granted this special power or special ability or special place in the story, and we follow him along. But it was so slow. And I was so completely bored the entire time, to the point where what am I reading? Literally, people would ask me, oh, what are you reading, Miranda? And I would say Dune, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, what's it about? And I literally could not tell you, besides that it's about this planet called Dune and this guy named Paul. Maybe it's my fault, but I am telling you right now, and I'm being completely honest with you, I spent so much time invested in this book. I tried so hard to follow along and figure out what the heck was going on, and I wasn't confused. I knew the government terms. This actually, it has a terminology, like, is it called a glossary? It has pages upon pages of vocab that Frank Herbert made up, and I wasn't really confused by those. I picked up pretty easily on them. I picked up on all the different names, all the different characters, who everybody was, where they belonged in this society. That wasn't very hard for me to understand. It's just that I completely don't know what the point of this story was. Yes, Frank Herbert made an incredible setting. Yes, he has really cool characters, but what did he do with this cool setting and these cool characters? I couldn't tell you. And this is all coming from somebody who adores classics. I love classics. Classics are a genre of book I read all the time. Yes, I understand that this book is super influential. Yes, I understand that a ton of people are probably going to be very mad at me. But at the end of the day, the reason I read books is because I enjoy it. And I did not enjoy this book. I do not think that this book was worth my time. I wish I would have stopped reading it after the first month or the first minute of me picking this book up. But I respect the people who do enjoy this book. I understand why people enjoy this book. It is a beautiful piece of fiction. It has a beautiful planet. It has influenced so many sci-fi authors and directors as time has gone by. So it is very important to the sci-fi genre. All I'm saying is I don't think that I needed to read it. So everybody who recommended it to me, please explain. This book just wasn't for me. There was something missing from this book. In fact, there were a lot of things missing from this book. There was a lot of action, but the action, just the way that it was explained, and there was so much empty space in these pages. I felt like nothing was important. I could skim so many pages and literally nothing would have changed. Why do you need 10 pages to describe a government official? Frank Herbert. Like, I love you, man, but did you need to take 10 pages? Did you? I think overall I'm just so sad because I wanted to like this book so much. I really did. I wish I could be as obsessed with this book as everybody else who told me how good this book was. One of my good friends, Christian, he's probably gonna end up watching this. He was the #1 person who recommended this book to me, and he loves it so much, and he was so excited when I told him I was going to read it, and I just wish I had that enthusiasm that he has. I'm glad I read this book because now I can say that I've read this book, and now I can go watch the movie. And it did have some pretty spectacular writing in here, but I just overall didn't enjoy my time. If you have read Dune, please comment down below. Let me know. Let's talk about this some more. If you have differing opinions, also let me know, because I definitely do want to hear those as well. I love you all. Please be safe, make good choices. Thank you for watching. I absolutely love you guys, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye.